What if the Vatican held a forbidden book, bound in shadow and ink, that listed the final judgment of every soul on earth? A terrifying ledger known as the Vatican Book of the Dead. It's a story you've probably seen online, whispered in forums and conspiracy videos. But I'm here to tell you that the truth about this mythical book is far more interesting and revealing than any internet legend. The real story connects ancient Egypt, Tibetan monks, and a biblical prophecy, all hidden in plain sight. So let's start with the legend itself. The story usually goes something like this. Deep within the most secure vault of the Vatican Secret Archives lies a single ancient tome. This book, they say, isn't just a record, it's an artifact of immense power, containing rituals to speak with the departed or even influence a soul's final destination. It's a fantastic story, perfectly crafted for late-night internet rabbit holes. It combines the mystery of the Vatican with the universal human curiosity about what happens after we die. But like all good myths, it's a mosaic built from pieces of other very real traditions. To find the source, we first have to leave Rome and travel back thousands of years to the banks of the Nile. This is the original Book of the Dead, but the Egyptian Book of the Dead wasn't a single book at all. It was a collection of magical spells and instructions written on papyrus scrolls, customized for the deceased. Its real name translates to the Book of Coming Forth by Day. Its purpose wasn't to list the dead, but to guide them. These spells were cheat codes for the afterlife, designed to help a soul navigate the treacherous underworld, pass judgment before the gods, and achieve eternal paradise. It was a guide for the dead, not a list of them. Halfway across the world, another ancient culture developed its own famous funerary text, the Bardo Thödol, better known in the West as the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Like its Egyptian counterpart, its name is a bit misleading. This text is a guide not for the dead, but for the dying and the recently deceased. It's meant to be read aloud to a person as they pass, helping their consciousness navigate the frightening and confusing intermediate state, the bardo, between death and rebirth. Again, it's a manual for the soul's journey, not a celestial census. So where does the Vatican come in? The connection lies not in a secret grimoire, but in a powerful theological concept, the Book of Life. This idea appears several times in the Bible, most famously in the Book of Revelation. The Book of Life is described as a divine record kept in heaven where God inscribes the names of every person who is destined for salvation. It's a powerful metaphor for divine judgment and grace. But critically, it's always been understood as a metaphor, a spiritual concept, not a physical object you could check out of a library. Over centuries, the potent image of the Egyptian and Tibetan books of the dead merged with the Christian concept of the Book of Life. The final ingredient needed to create our modern myth was a place to store it, the Vatican Secret Archives. The very name sounds mysterious, doesn't it? Secret Archives. It conjures images of forbidden knowledge locked away from the world. But the reality is a little more administrative. The Latin word secretum doesn't mean secret in the sense of conspiracy, but rather private or personal. These are simply the private archives of the Pope, and while they were once closed off since 1881, they have been accessible to qualified scholars. Inside, you won't find soul-stealing grimoires, but you will find priceless historical documents. You'll find the papal bull that excommunicated Martin Luther, kickstarting the Protestant Reformation. You'll find letters from figures like Michelangelo Abraham Lincoln and Mary, Queen of Scots, written just before her execution. It's a treasure trove of history, not occultism. So when you put it all together, the picture becomes clear. The Vatican Book of the Dead is a phantom, a piece of modern folklore born from the internet. It takes the evocative title from Egypt and Tibet, blends it with the biblical idea of the Book of Life, and sets it in the mysterious, real-life location of the Vatican Archives. It's a testament to our enduring fascination with life's biggest questions and our love for a good mystery. The myth persists not because of evidence, but because it speaks to a deep-seated desire to know what lies beyond the veil, and to believe that somewhere the answers are all written down. The idea of a divine book recording our fates is a powerful one that crosses many cultures. From the Book of Life to the Norse sagas, humanity has always imagined a cosmic ledger. Which culture's version of this divine record-keeping do you find the most compelling? Share your thoughts in the comments below.